And now for his annual, biannual, I guess, right? This happens twice a year. Appearance from our esteemed finance chair. Give it up for DonTyrell.
Well, I think food and gifts, showers, and all that sounds way more fun than finance, so sorry. You set me up. So, Finance Committee, DonTyrell here to just give you an update. We try to keep everybody up to date, and of course, one of the things with our church, you guys know I've been on the Finance Committee like, I don't know, forever. I think my first stint was in 1985. So, maybe 86, I don't know for sure. Last year was a tough year for us financially. I think, I'll start with the good news. I mean, our total debt, we were up over $2 million in debt when we built the addition, right? We raised all kinds of money to offset the first part of it, and then we still had to take on debt. We've paid off all but $350,000, so that's excellent. So good work on that. But the other piece is to just pay our yearly bills, and that's pretty much what your general giving goes to. It's little things like heating the place and turning on the lights, and that sounds small, but with the big size of our church and the parsonage, we take care of both. That's about $40,000 a year. I would tell you from my viewpoint, sitting on the finance committee for all these years, I think in general, we're actually pretty frugal. Your money is being well used here, and it doesn't just stop here. Part of what we as Methodists believe is that we reach out beyond who we are here in this congregation. So we give in apportionments that go out across the world to the United Methodist Church, and then of course how much we give around the community. Community meals, that's not even part of our budget. That's self-funded by gifts from you, separate from your general giving, and from gifts from the community and others. So we really are an outreaching church, but we do have an overhead to pay for, and it's part of that overhead is a great staff. I mean, we love our staff, and we need to pay them. So basically, we ended the year last year $45,000 in the hole. So we had more bills than what we had income, and the income is your giving.
Yes.
There are about 150 of us that are giving, at least in last year, right? And the range, it's within what people can give, anywhere from $100 for the year to $28,000 for the year, and everyone in between. But here's the thing, if you take the total cost of what we spend, and as I said, I mean, we actually spent pretty close to our budget last year. We had a couple of expenditures at the parsonage that we hadn't planned on, some repairs and updates that had to be done, and that kind of took us up a little bit. But we were still close to what we had planned, but again, our shortfall was on the giving side. So, again, the $45,000 sounds like it's a big number, but it was really only 10%. If everyone had given 10% more, then we would have made our budget and paid all the bills. So what did we do? We borrowed from our, we have some funds that we've stored for rainy days, our long-term planning, so we had to take it from that. So I guess I'll just encourage you today to look at your giving, see where you're at, and our church is not all about pounding the table and saying, hey, you should give this. We've never done that, and I don't know that we ever will, right? What you give is really between you and God. It should be a reflection of your commitment, not to just this church, but to God and the community and the world. So consider where you're at, and if you're able, give a little bit more than you did last year, and that will help us out. Thank you.
Thanks, Don.